2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, I mean thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm sorry. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Miami as the Heat go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, they drop the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. Well, last year the Heat went from a team that could get up and down the floor to one of the slower teams in terms of pace. Is this the right tempo for them to play against?
Well, their core is older, and it makes sense to them to slow it down a little bit, obviously, to make things easier to get into the offense. But second to last in the NBA last season in their pace, I think you have to speed it up somewhat.
Yeah, but what I like about the team, they have a big advantage inside against most teams. And it's easy for them to get more production out of their bigs when they force the tempo.
It is time to send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off. Thanks for joining us.
Testing. Okay, I can hear myself now. Go ahead. So what, my mama don't love me? I'm still, what happened to the beat? What, I ran out of beat minutes now? Now you catching on. Just pay the meter directly in front.
Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. The last time these two teams met, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers picking up the loss in that outing against the Miami Heat.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, there was sort of a snowball effect in that game too, guys. I mean, what started as a cold night for a few guys turned into a cold night for just about everybody.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Johnson. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Harden. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. Fareed setting the pick for Whiteside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harden. Outside for Batum. Whiteside dishes to Rondo. Good ball movement here by Miami. Tries again. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Now here's Johnson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Excellent use of the screen. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And for Black, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on and the Cavs got tougher, those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
Now, here's Batum, following the miss by Chris Bosh. Right side, the pass to Batum. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
And Johnson missing again. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Rondo. The step back jumper is good.
As a defender, you always have to stay on your man's hip. If you don't, that's what's going to happen.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, I briefly spoke with David Blatt. I asked him what players he was really eyeing on the scouting reports, and he said one that might surprise you, Kenneth Fareed. He said he plays with so much energy and effort. He really sets the bar for the rest of the team. If we can limit his impact on the game, I think it'll really be to our advantage. Guys, an interesting take. We'll see if they can slow his roll.
Thanks, Doris. Now, here's Irving. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New Orleans.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming. And, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Bellinelli with the three. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Bellinelli's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Harden outside. Whiteside a screen. Harden kicks to Whiteside. Batum pushes to Whiteside.
Hey,
Reed the pass to Rondo. On the wing, Batum. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Cavaliers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Fires from 14. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim.
Alright.
Bellinelli's got 5 points so far. The Heat trail by 4. Outside Rondo. Now the feed to Batum. Valanciunas against Whiteside. Harden kicks to Fareed. Fades. And that one's good.
Some slick passing from Harden on that one.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Poked away. Stolen by Harden. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Batum. Harden's got his first basket.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And G, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Miami with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. Whiteside a screen, off the screen. Bellinelli pulls it in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Irving, and the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Now here's Rondo. 5 points in the game. Very effective.
Point right at him.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Fareed against Bosh. Here's Fareed. And again, it's the Heat missing. Guys, this offense. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
And let's check out the stats for Rondo. Over the last month, getting it done. He's averaging 8 points, 7 assists, and over 2.5 steals. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat. But he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
And Miami making a change here. Lions checked in. And Cleveland also making a change. Tyler Zeller's. Bosh dishes to Irving. Shot is off. And Miami the other way now. They want to keep rolling here. Checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clock at 6 against the Thunder.
Yeah, ran away with that game, mainly in part because of their offense.
Yeah, the ball movement and player movement, so crisp and sharp, and it led to a lot of high-quality shots for them.
And here are the Cavaliers now, following the three-pointer by Nicholas Batum, stolen by Harden. The finish, the big dunk at the end of the break.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go for
that jam. Just beautiful.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw.
Great pass by Bosch there.
Miami leading by 3. Outside, Kobe. Fareed, left side. Right side up top. Just 5 on the clock. And Fareed with the basket on the assist by Whiteside. That's now 8 points for Kenneth Fareed. Irving against Bryant. Bosch passes to Zeller.
No.
Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And that one's good. And now a 7-point Heat lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Irving kicks to Bosch. Zeller setting the pick for Bosch. Zeller against Whiteside. It's tipped. Batum with the steal. Now here's Bryant. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Oklahoma City.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that.
Timeout called. Cleveland defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Zeller is checked in for Bosch. Martin comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Rivers in for Kyrie Irving.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Screen by Fareed. Kobe kicks to Fareed. Back to Bryant. Good ball movement here by Miami. And the foul called on Jay Johnson. That's his first foul.
Keep on thinking it's live.
Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Cavaliers on D. 7-point differential. Right side a screen. Down low. Here's Batum. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Batum against Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from the wing, and he recovers it. Again, the miss by Johnson.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. And the Heat, another 3. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And that one falls for Zeller.
You know, and for Cody Zeller, after that promising rookie campaign, he just did not tear it up in year 2. In fact, his production only improved slightly, but that was mostly due to the increase in playing time. Talented guy, no doubt, just still trying to find his way in the league.
Batum dishes to Whiteside. Pass to Harden. Here's Fareed. That's short off the rim. And for Cody Zeller, Greg, there's a reason he was the 4th overall pick back in 2013. He showed the size and athleticism to be a difference maker in college. And Clark, now he has to do it at the pro level as well, and I think people are pretty confident he can.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with those folks myself because he does have the tools. It's now a matter of transitioning and becoming a little better shooting the ball than he's shown.
And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. Max checked in for Johnson. The Cavaliers trail by 8. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Mack, guarded by Harden. Here's Harden. Off the left rim and out.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Kobe with the bucket.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just.
And Cavs head coach David Blatt beginning his NBA career after.
There's just a lot more practice time. And when the games come, you're still playing 2 max.
And Blatt, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and has done a great job in his first season with the Cavaliers in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, you know, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. There's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Smooth sailing from an offensive standpoint thus far.
No other way to put it, Greg. They've made it really look easy so far.
Kenneth Fareed is out there with Batum. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Harden. And it's Kobe in at the 1 spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Mack, the pass to Irving. Here's Valanciunas. And Whiteside sends it back. Just 2 to shoot. He blocks it again. But they get it back. Well, Heat leading by 13. And replay through the first minute here in the second. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
To the middle. Here's Zeller. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
On the wing, Batum. Right side a screen. And Fareed kicks to Whiteside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get the
I want him to. Yeah,
goes on Cody Zeller. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami at the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he had.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Wash comes in for Zeller. And it's Bellinelli in for Will Barton. Here's Harden and the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push him, and then excellent execution.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Screen by Valanciunas. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Whiteside. Bryant with it. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And it's Whiteside off the drive. Harden outside. Bryant against Irving. Bryant dishes to Batum. Mack grabs the miss.
And you know the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck. And you know, guys, Marco Bellinelli really hit his stride 2 seasons ago. He was way up across the board as a shooter and assist man. Even his rebounding had improved over his career averages. But then last year, he took a bit of a step back.
And Cleveland making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And the Cavaliers call time here. Talking about Bellinelli, he won the NBA three-point shootout back in 2014. Looked like he'd perfected his stroke. That gave him, Greg, confidence in every other part of his game.
And talent is one thing, but confidence truly does trump almost everything else. And he just didn't seem to have it last season. But he has that craftiness and high-level skill set to really bounce back this year and prove that he's the real deal.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Bosh. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
And thank you, Doris. Now here's Harden. Bellinelli is covering. Harden outside. Right side a screen. To the inside. Batum. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
It's Harden with the drive, and Bryant wide open. He shoots. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight. Irving against Kobe. Irving kicks to Bosh. It's blocked by Whiteside. Batum wide open. He fired. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Bosh passes to Bellinelli. Batum against Johnson. In the corner, Irving with it. Drains the three-pointer. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Now Kobe. He has 6. Right side, Batum. He feeds it to Whiteside. Kicks it to Kobe. Harden draws the double. And the jam by Whiteside.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Valanciunas dishes to Bosh. Fade away. Bosh can't get that one to fall.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing shot, all would apply.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Zeller is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Austin Rivers in for Irving. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh?
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Here's Kobe. He's got 6. Miami needs to get a shot off. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. The Cavaliers trail by 21. And here's Rivers. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate.
And you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Shot clock at 3. From deep. Scola, no luck. Cleveland's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Rivers kicks to Zeller. Rebound by the Heat. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Gallinari. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Gallinari's got his first basket of the night. Poked away. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. A different look now for Cleveland. Zeller comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Will Barton in for Bellinelli. Here's Rivers. In the floater.
Oh, such a field shot there. The floater.
The Heat leading by 19 points. Rondo passes to Watson. Gallinari dishes to Bynum. Screen by Scola. An easy layup after coming off the pit.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Johnson kicks to Zeller. Here's Barton. He's covered by Watson. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. The Cavaliers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Update now.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 5. The dish to Bynum. Back to Rondo. Watson, the pass to Bynum. Good ball movement here by Miami. 6 to shoot. Watson kicks to Bynum. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Playing smart offensively in the first half. No doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Shelvin Max checked in for Joe Johnson. Here's Mack. He's covered by Watson.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Mack dishes to Zeller. Zeller passes
Oh
to Mack.
my God.
They get it back.
No.
And the dunk by Zeller.
And not known as a rim rapper. I mean, he's usually kind of rooted to the floor, not elevating to the rim.
Well, great with his length. He doesn't have to go far to get to that rim.
I tell you what, guys, he got it right there without a problem.
Again, the miss by the Heat.
Too long.
Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player, even when playing heavy minutes.
What was that? What is that?
That he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same.
We might get Zeller for next year.
Scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage too, so really solid production in his first couple of years.
And I think the big thing for Zeller was that he found his role in the league. He knows he'll be an energy guy who has to make the most of his touches. And to his credit, he is nothing but a positive force on the floor.
And
hey, my nigga, you could have.
Rivers with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers right now, we have about 9 points a game. Zeller, a screen on Gallinaro. Barton kicks to Zeller, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Zeller's got 7 now in this quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Now Rondo, he's got 5. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. To the inside. And stolen by Zeller. And they're moving it up. Here's Mack. Finish off the break. Mack's got his first 2 points of the night.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
11 feet away. Cannot hit. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Martin passes to Rivers. Down low. Here's Zeller. And the basket good. Zeller's got 8 points.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior. And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here. I think they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Outside Rondo. Here's Anderson. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials
oh, good, I tell you that.
They may want to review this one.
You know, usually we review the job. Took too long.
Going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
No, he didn't.
The NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay,
like
I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looks to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
It's tough, though. It's tough. Ain't gonna lie.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have.
See, Rodney, step this shit up.
What kind of impact it'll have.
And we've reached.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you.
Yes,
James Harden was the man in the first. He had 16 points, 6 assists, and also 3 steals. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about
this
the
one? We fucked up. Field goal percentage. Like this nigga hit a 3. We hit like 2 of them joints, didn't we? All that was just. And then we let him get rebounds.
They're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong.
Yeah, off the fast break. Bring him back. I might bring him back.
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave them way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get your opponent's face. Do something.
Kill him in the assists. Kill him in the back.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get under.
Yeah.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half, defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop him.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Chris Bosh is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Bellinelli. Then it's Johnson. And it's Irving in at the guard position.
it was a slow start for Gallinari last season. It took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
And Miami making a change here. Bryant's checked in. Here's Bellinelli, defended by Bryant. On the wing, Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the step back. They get it back.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Gallinari did get better and better over time. And he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
Passes to Valanciunas. Puts it up from 15, and the jumper is on the mark. That's 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Outside Rondo. The 3 from Bryant, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Johnson outside. Valanciunas sets a screen for Johnson. Tipped away. From deep 3-point range, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit times. Think of this for his career. 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Dishes it to Irving. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Rondo kicks to Gallinari. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Outside Rondo. It's Anderson with the drive. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Anderson's got his 2nd bucket.
Boy, Chris Anderson, certainly one of the more colorful players we have in the league. Kind of took over where Dennis Rodman left off. A high-energy forward who can rebound and defend, and he's got a tattoo parlor going on, too.
Here's Irving. He's got 14. Tipped away. Rondo with the steal. Pushing it up. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists now tonight. And talking about Chris Anderson, he was actually out of the league for a couple of years, reinstated back in 2008. And apparently the time off helped. He finished 2nd in the league in blocked shots going back to that season.
And Kevin, the thing I remember most about Chris Anderson, the 2005 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. He unsuccessfully tried the same dunk 8 times. Count 8.
The pass to Kobe. Takes the 3. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Irving's shot is good.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
So here's Gallinari. He has 6. The fadeaway. Barnes can't get it to go. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. Irving kicks to Bosch. And the rebound goes to Anderson.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
There's the three, and that's good. Kyrie Irving for three. Irving's got 9 points now in just the second half. The Heat leading by 19. Rondo dishes to Anderson. He kicks to Bryant. Rondo passes to Bryant. Feeds to Barnes. Pass to Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Rondo. And stolen by Irving.
Hesitation.
That's tipped. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And Bryant kicks to Barnes. They set the pick. The feed to Rondo. Back to Barnes. Right wing. Clock at 6. Kobe dishes to Anderson. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking it down.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Right side a screen. Harden's got room. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Johnson, the pass to Irving. Johnson outside. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Watson.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And Fareed kicks to Harden. On target from 13 feet. Harden's got 18 points in the game.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Bosch. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game. The Heat leading by 18. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Zeller, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Cody Zeller comes in for Chris Bosh. Martin's checked in for Joe Johnson. And it's Austin Rivers in for Bellinelli. Irving can't get it to go.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Pick by Zeller. Irving attacking. Shot by Zeller, no good. The Heat leading by 22. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch, and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Fareed against Zeller. And the dunk by Fareed.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the
NBA. Get this
very few that rise up like he can.
Rivers kicks to Zeller. Steps back and fires.
That nigga Zeller.
Zeller's got 10 points in the game.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and
they
need
it. In for that little clutch game.
Now, here's Watson. He's guarded closer. And Fareed kicks to Whiteside. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. Fareed dishes to Harden. Fareed down low. He's covered by Zeller. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Whiteside, and there's another one for the Heat.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Good fuck.
Cleveland gets it back.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Outside Irving. Over in the corner, Zeller. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 assists tonight. Miami's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Harden against Rivers. Harden kicks to Fareed. Fader on the way, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Irving passes to Zeller. Back to Irving.
Oh, no.
Dunk by Zeller.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes. Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Zeller setting the pick for Rivers.
Oh, no.
The pick. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. Cavaliers making a switch here. Max checked in, and that one falls for Zeller.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big 3 were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
Screen by Fareed. Harden dishes to Fareed. Whiteside kicks to Harden. Clock at 6. Back to Whiteside. And yep, finally drops it, rolling around the rim. Whiteside's got 6 in the quarter. And for the Heat, once the bullies of the Eastern Conference, they had a lot of trouble keeping up with other Eastern Conference teams.
Kevin, they... Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Batum inside the 3-point line, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Watson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
The shot. No good on the buzzer beater.
Let's take him back.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's Barton.
It's all about rebounds and scoring buttons.
Whiteside is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then there's Kobe. And it's Harden in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Threw that up.
Good.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
And Miami shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Stolen away. And now running it up the court. Matt pushing it out. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Miami?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long. And guys, Shelvin Mack, strong, good jump shot. More importantly, knows his role. Hasn't started that many games in his career, but maximizes his minutes when he's on the floor.
Fareed, no good. Cleveland's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Pass to Barton. 14 feet away. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Getting back to Shelvin Mack, he plays smart, values the basketball. Clark doesn't have tremendous vision, but stays composed and makes the solid play.
Yeah, very reliable rotational player for you as a combo guard. Pulls his way around the court. He can knock opponents off balance with that size, and he's a good shot maker, too.
Here's Zeller, and that one is hammered home.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And Bryant kicks to Harden. Here's Fareed. Again, the miss by Fareed.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
Here's Bennett. And that one hits back iron. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. A shot by Batum, no good. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or two, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
From deep Harden, that's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Kobe's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Mack, guarded by Kobe. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. That's good.
It's like they forgot that anybody else is on the floor. They're just going at each other right now.
I know it's a team game, but every now and then, guys detour into the one-on-one action that we've got on our hands right now.
Here's Harden. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with him. Anderson passes to Bennett, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Fareed, left side. Here's Batum.
Come on, yo,
Good
put
for
it
a
in there.
6 make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Barton kicks to Mack. Lets it go from 11. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Mack's got 8 points here in this quarter. Miami's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Harden dishes to Whiteside. Back to Harden. Outside Bryant. Shot clock at 5. Here's Whiteside, and Anthony Bennett picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Chris Bosh has checked in for the Cavaliers. Bosh double teamed. And so here's Cleveland. That's a pass to Mack. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 12. And Fareed sends it back. They retain possession. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Kobe kicks to Harden.
Really, Kobe?
Here's Mack.
Oh my God, spin.
To the middle. And you can count it over the line with a chance to make it 3.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
And Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Here's Batum, the turnaround jumper.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
Cleveland's gone outside a lot tonight, 17 times in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Bosh, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And Kevin, he had a little opening to the bucket and took full advantage on that one.
Greg, he didn't waste any time making up his mind. That was going to be a flush all the way.
And, you know, the defense is going to think twice about giving him even an inch of space the next time.
Fareed, a screen on Bosh. Back to Harden. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got 14 points here in the second half.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Outside Bryant. He feeds it to Harden. To the paint. Fareed goes in. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
Here's Barton, guarded by Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barton. Goes up on the block, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Jerebko's checked in for Miami. Rondo comes in for Bryant. On a switch here also for Cleveland. Rivers checked in. And here's Rondo. There's a screen. Jerebko dishes to Harden. Good ball movement here by Miami. Jerebko kicks to Whiteside. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Bennett. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Rondo's shot is off. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Mack, the pass to Rivers. Ball's knocked loose.
And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
Mack dishes to Rivers, and there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And Commissioner Silver taking a bold stance on sports betting. I mean, going into last season, he wrote that op-ed piece saying that it needs to be legalized federally. It basically brought into the light of day.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. Zeller, a screen on Harden. Here's Mack. He's covered by Rondo. Stolen by Rivers. Mack to Zeller. Here's Barton.
What the fuck?
And too long on the shot. And for Commissioner Silver arguing for legalized sports betting, that's a major reversal from what most sports commissioners Clark had said in the past.
Yeah, you know, I like his open-mindedness, not just about that issue, but a number of issues that confront the league. And, you know, he's right in regards to the gambling. With the internet, people are making these bets anyway, so it makes sense for the league to take a look at it.
Cleveland's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Matt.
Does he make it?
And a miss there on the triple.
Damn.
And the Heat call time here.
And guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. big men get the blocks and clog up the paint, but before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to bigs.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Zeller. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Last year we saw Kawhi Leonard win the Defensive Player of the Year award. Draymond Green was runner-up, and although he was a power forward, I thought Clark, he was defending on the perimeter quite a bit.
Yeah, he was, and you know, it's only the 8th time out of 33 Defensive Player of the Year awards that's not been given to a big guy. So, well earned by Kawhi Leonard, and Draymond Green very easily could have won the award too.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Rondo kicks to Jerebko. There's the dish to Batum. Pass to Jerebko. Feeds it to Rondo. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it.
No.
Now Cleveland moving it up. Barton kicks to Rivers. They set the screen. Outside Bosch from deep. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Here's Bosch. Bosch with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Heat.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And in terms of the season, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that 3rd meeting.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for James Harden. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
With the fadeaway. Shot is off.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the lead all over, but that is a difficult shot to see.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. There was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden, and congratulations on a nice performance tonight. It certainly seemed like you guys were confident and in control with the flow of your offense.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just, guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Easy shots usually mean made shots. James, thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome. In order to use this recording software, you will be given an audio evaluation. When you hear the name Craig Lucas, you can...
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. As the NBA's leading scorer, he delivered another outstanding performance among many this season. Quite fun to watch this guy work on any night.
I have to give a big nod to the impact he had to his defense. You know he can turn it up on D when he uses it, but tonight he turned it all the way up. Wow.
That was the James Harden we've come to know and love. A player that brings nothing but fear to players that have to guard him. I've said this for a while now. He's the best one-on-one player in the NBA. And even if it's not a one-on-one situation, even if you throw the kitchen sink at him, he still gets the job done. It's the confidence, the drive, and the spirit that makes James Harden a superstar.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Sorry, your bars are invalid. Access
Alright.
I love the same. This shit is business. This shit was crazy. Since we was children. I need a stare. Let me add that there. Nah, that sounds whack. I think it needs to be spelled. Let me find this. Oh, matter of fact, let me add this clap.
Okay,
I'm just gonna as I go along. I'm gonna keep it going so I don't fuck up the flow. Now I need a high.
that's right.
I call it a tag. When I was 16, my favorite color was black. At 16 left, it saves me time. Now that I'm done, I can focus on this line. You thought I was gonna say rhyme? Wrong answer, face ass. I do my beats backwards. Put the drums in the face last.
Alright, tied up on the steals. I wouldn't have thought about that. The blocking back. Turnover. Alright. 22 points off of the turnover. Of course, I know we need to draw more fouls.
I treat a track like red meat. Some say I'm the future, cause all I do is dead beats.
Alright, there's colors on the bench. I knew it was going to be paint dominated. Kill him in the fast break. I like this one.